This is Samson too. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
This is Samson too. He's the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of Port Town. So with some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting on the big mark. See how it's working like this here, and that's small one. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. Okay, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of Ikena, and they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk, and I'm going to do one in the sidewalk if I order one. So, thank you. Papa di mi we nya ma pola pa luwa ti yo won wo Good evening, folks. Samson to Labra Pabrito. Want to thank all of you again tonight for tuning into Labra Pabrito. We really do appreciate all. As you can see, we're still in the process of trying to put ourselves together. So just bear with us as we go through this process here tonight again. I want first of all want to welcome all of you and to say thank you very much. You can also watch on YouTube, by the way. So we want to thank you very much for your continued support of Liberal Public Radio. It's a wonderful thing to have you here again tonight. Thank you very much. Please, all we ask of you is to please share this show to as many brothers and sisters as possible, because with you sharing, it gives us the opportunity to reach out to as many brothers and sisters as possible. We want to thank all of you for doing so. We say let's continue to pray for one another because it's very important we do so. Thank you very much. We thank you. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and other issues, whatever it is we have to do together, we do it. Safety, Lord Jesus. We want to thank you again this evening. We want to thank you for the opportunity for you giving us to be here. We want to thank you for everything you have done for us. We want to thank you for everything yet to come, but we know you're going to do for us. The blessing you have stored for us, we say thank you. The opportunity you're giving us, we say thank you. The blanket of love you have for us, we say thank you. The blanket of forgiveness you have for us, we say thank you. My Lord, without you, we're nowhere. Because of you, we're here. We want to thank you for that. We come before you again tonight to ask that the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the President of the Republic of Liberia be blessed. Whatever he touches, bless his hand. Whatever door he knocks, open the door in the interest of the Liberian people. Extend his life. We want to thank you. We want to thank you for everything. We ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, folks. That's how we do it here. We want to thank you very much. Continue to follow. And we will be here hoping that we are all here again tonight to do what we have to do for each other. Thank you for your support. And thank you for everything. Those of you that are going to be coming later, we appreciate you all. Send a link out already to the audience. Join us, share this video, share it to as many people as possible, folks. It's very important you do so for us tonight because we like to reach out to many Liberians, those who have interest, those who have interest to be there with us here tonight. We say thank you. Thank you for all. It's a wonderful thing to be here with you. It's a wonderful thing to be here with you tonight. Please just share this video to as many brothers and sisters as you can. And hopefully they will join us. And we will be here together. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, to many of you that are listening tonight, let's get on with the program. What's trending right now? The drug issue is still trending. And I'm gonna take a different route here tonight, not much. But all that I can say about this drug issue, my brothers and sisters, is that this government needs to step ahead of it. The president tonight
We read that the president has suspended one of the person of interest, and we say, okay, but we need to do more. We need to do more. Step ahead of it. If not, speculators will continue to speculate. And sooner or later, Liberians going to believe the speculator than they will believe their own president. And that's not good. The government need to continue to enlighten the people that indeed they're not sleeping, that indeed they're working, but it takes time. That's the information that's supposed to be continuously provided to the Liberian people by the government. We are investigating, but it takes time. And then the question will be, how long? Then the question back to those would be, do you want us to violate anybody's rights? As long as it takes, as long we know people rights are human being, people right as a citizen of the Republic of Liberia are protected under this government. The government should be able to explain that to the people. And those who will listen will listen. Those who want to join on the side of the need say, let so be it. But as long as the government doing it with clean hearts, there should be no problem. The investigation process take time. But if the government is just silent, saying nothing whatsoever, then indeed people will believe it. Whatever the opposition is saying, people will believe it. Whatever the speculators are saying, because you're not providing an alternative to the argument. You're not providing other facts that you have in your possession. The opposition don't have it. The speculator don't have those facts. But you explain to the Liberian people that it takes time to do these things. You can't just come out and start blabbermouthing who you arrested and who did what and what have you. And this is exactly many people didn't do back in the days when the drug case, because eventually it's going to go to court. The court, the judicial system is an institution by itself. And we've all asking ourselves that this system must be able to protect all of us. I can leave from Liberia, I can leave from here tomorrow and go to Liberia. Why somebody say, well, we saw, because when I'm going to Liberia, someone take, I don't call it, coffee with me. Oh, we saw something with something to you. Then what? If the government can violate other people's rights, what's about mine? And those are the kinds of stuff. It's not because you're not in power that you want the people, the government to come out and violate other people's rights. We can't do that. We can't do that. We must not do that. We must not do that. So the government must be able to tell these people to say, indeed, we are doing an investigation, and based on the investigation we're doing, this is where we are and this is where we're going. Okay? But you can't, if you sit down, oh, the people know what we're doing. No. You have to stay ahead of it. Without you leaking, without you telling, because Liberians are leaking, the investigator themselves, they are leaking the information, undercutting. The government stand on it. And then people continue to question now, where did the government stand? And people, the speculators and other opposition have this type of information. Why is the government not passing that information on to us? So if you have anything before it gets leaked tomorrow, come ahead. Well, we arrested Samson too, but we're not going to go deeper than that. And let the speculator come back on, but at least you have told the Liberian people what you're doing with Samson too. But if you just sit down, then the speculator and the Nise and the opposition go, they arrested Samson too yesterday, and they're the first to announce that they arrested Samson too. Whatever information, and they find out is true, Samson too was arrested. So whatever information comes from the opposition is going to be believed. And this is why we're asking the government to stay ahead of this thing. You got to stay ahead of it. You can't stay back and expect that, yes, the Liberian people are going to, whenever the president speaks, they will say yes. So by the time you put the president at the position to speak, the rumors have already been out there. The speculators are ahead of you. You're not catching up. And places like Liberia, where information and rumors run wild, and they tend to be believed more than anything else. You have to stay ahead of it. If we don't do so, this drugs issue might cause us some serious problems. And I say us not because I'm a member of the government, I'm not a member of no government. I say us because I'm a member of the Republic of Liberia as citizen. So let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. So again, Samson told Liberia Public Radio, that's all I'm gonna say about the drug issue. We will have to wait. We will have to wait until the issue come about and the government is going to take the lead on it and tell us exactly which way they're going. For us to sit here and speculate, it do us no good, none whatsoever. Okay, so let us continue to wait, be patient, and people. The Liberian government is not. It didn't come to this position through the back door. They were duly elected, as you know, and therefore you must give them the opportunity to do what you asked them to do what you elected them to do, which is to safeguard all of us, our civil liberty, to safeguard everything else that we're supposed to do. Let's do it together. Being patient does not mean you're stupid. The government knows exactly what is happening. When that time comes, the government going to give you the information. I'm just saying they need to step ahead. They know what is happening in Liberia. They cannot just sit back and say, okay, this is where we are. Okay? Let's move on. So there are some little images I want to share here with you tonight. Okay? About the Republic of Liberia. I'm not gonna, like I said, this is how much I want to go with the drug issue. Uh, okay. So as I stated before, and I'll continue to say this, the idea of development, okay, for me, idea of development, in my mind, specifically for the country, in my mind, it is not something that happened overnight. We have to understand many of us that are in these foreign lands, okay, that are in these foreign lands, all of the beauty you enjoy today didn't happen overnight. There were people, ideas, people came in with ideas and they decided to explore how best they can develop the country for the future. Okay? How best they can develop the country for the future. And I think the president, this government, is doing just that. Doing just that. Now, there are those, and then people are going to accuse me of trying to separate the president once again tonight. But that's okay. I'm used to that accusation by now. As long as I'm saying it with an open mind, I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart, I have nothing to be afraid of. I need to be truthful, and I will remain to be truthful, and I'm going to say as it is. Okay? The president and this government continue to show that the developmental agenda of this government is at the top. Although we're not seeing it as much as it's supposed to be because they're not talking about it. But maybe they're doing it, but we don't know. So the issue here is the more they talk about it, and the more they show to Liberians that indeed your country and your government is working, and this is the kind of thing we're doing, people will say, okay, well, at least you're doing something. But if for some reason they think, oh, the people will drive on the road, oh, they will go through this building, oh, they'll be able to see X, Y, and Z, then you are not sincere. You are not sincere. And this is what really get to me in terms of development. Okay, we will share some picture again tonight. Uh, it's raining now in Liberia. As I stated before, that with the rainy season coming up, that our brothers and sisters should have at least stay ahead of the rainy season. But they are not. They say these things without actually understanding that indeed development, whether however little it is, it will affect the lives of many, many Liberians. Okay? And as a result of that, they ask, what are we doing? How are we doing these things? And if you go pictures nowadays, the social media is so helpful. I can stay right here in Sacramento and see what is happening in Totown. I don't have to be in Totown. I can stay right here in Sacramento and see what is happening in Totown. Even my own house. Oh, the rainy season, how is it being affected? I can stay right here and send somebody there with a video and I see what's happening. Okay? And I keep saying to all of us, whether you're engineered or not, you know water don't go uphill. The city of Monrovia, the city of Monrovia is above sea level. When somebody says something above sea level, the ocean, Atlantic Ocean, it's a sea level. Anything above that, you underwater. I mean, below that, you underwater. Okay? That's why the tsunami come all the way from Mama Point. It keep rolling down all the way to the ocean. So they don't go up Mama Point. So they come from Mama Point coming all the way down. All of the little tributary in that area, they all merge into Mama Sony and go down. So the Sony that goes through the Baker Market, Raditon Market, that elevation is higher than the one that at the beach where it dumped to the water, where it dumped to the sea. Okay. There is nothing. The only place that I know of that is below sea level in Monrovia is down water side. I think they call it Water Street. That along Macklin Street, at the bottom of Macklin Street, that area is underwater. Okay. The rest of the place, the rest of the city, is above. Is above of sea level. So let me show you this very quickly. This is what I'm talking about. So let's see if you can see this here. Okay. This is the city of Monrovia, folks. This is the city of Monrovia. Okay. They say here, one good thing about Monrovia can't even look at it. Look at people walking in the city of Monrovia. Why? Why is this? I don't know what this place is. Okay. But most likely this place is higher than the sea level. So it's raining like this, and people are walking in the rain. Look at the keke. Look at all these material. If you go and do the survey of this area, you will know certain place where the water is supposed to go down the drainage. Open the drainage system in the summertime, in the summertime, the dry season. You have people at public works, many of them sitting down, doing nothing. Send them all over the city to identify the drainage system. Okay. So you said, Mr. Toll, even if we identify look at the other one. So, Mr. Toll, even if we identify the drainage system, this is Town. Why should Town flood? Why must you have Town flooded when you have the ocean right there? For what reason? For what reason? Why must you have Town flooded? That should be some of the easier place to drain. Because from the street of Town, the city street of Town to the ocean. It's not anything more than 1,000 feet. So you're not going to extend a lot of pipes. But why are we having these issues? Year in, year out, since 19 we. Year in, year out. When it's raining, we can't have street that is safe to drive in. Why? Why? Why is that? There's only one reason. There's only one reason. You got engineers in Liberia, very smart one too, and they know exactly what is happening. But you know, one of the things that I keep saying to all of us, you cannot develop your way through borrowing. The money you borrow will not be able to develop your country the way you want. Borrow money. Okay, think about it. If you go to the bank and you want to borrow to establish a business, you borrow the money to establish it, but you got to pay them back. And if you don't do a good business to be able to have something of reserve, and you pay these people money back, you'll go back to zero. So when you borrow the money to do business, the profit you get from that business, while you're still paying people, you reinvest the profit into the business, so that when you finish paying people, your business will still remain. The reason of borrowing is not to live on borrowed money. It's to give you a foundation, a footing. But for us, when IMSA concerned, we're sinking, praising government here and there. Oh, the finance minister not signing again, oh, bringing millions of dollars. Who paying for that? And what is the dividend we're getting out of this millions of dollars, except for wages? Except for wages. We pay wages. We pay people's salary. Okay. So if you're paying salary, which I have nothing against, if the president is working, he must be paid. I have no question asked about that. No question. However, if you're paying wages, and the wage you're paying the Liberian people that are working, if it's enough, they can develop your country. But you take the same money you borrow, and instead of giving it, investing it in Liberian businesses, you invest in foreign businesses because they're going to give you something back. And you expect for your country to move forward. The young Liberian, intellectual Liberian, they're wasting all over Monrovia. You can't put those children down together and say, yo, give us an idea. Let's have a competition of idea. Instead of competition of sour. The government should step ahead and say, this is the time for competition of ideas. You put $500 down. Who has the best idea to resolve the water issue in Monrovia? You put, say, $5,000 down, $20,000 down. Let's see who has the best idea from the engineering school that will come and resolve the issue of flooding in Monrovia, in the city of Monrovia. But you will not do it. You will not do it for you. All you want is for you to get paid and get it children their peanuts. Young people, young Liberians, very brilliant Liberians. Well, I'll use myself as an example. I'm not that brilliant. The first time I told you, BWI test, that one there part of flag because I went there drunk, so I was not serious. The second time I was a little bit serious, but I didn't make it. I'm an engineer now. What's about all young children? Master degree all over engineers. They go to foreign country and do those classes. And you're going to sit them over there without actually getting them involved to resolve the flooding issue. Every year. Tell me, since this government came to power, when was the last time we stopped seeing flood business in Liberia? Why? I was told again today, there's certain area, I'm not going to call the name, but certain part of Liberia, the people build a road without seriously considering the drainage system. And as a result, the person was telling me, and they sent me some video. When it rained, the water tapped the street. For what? And then if I ask, come to me, let me help you with no money, they will not even call me. They will not even call me. I will deal with the other group. I'm ready for them yet. I will deal with them. I'm ready for them yet. They will not even call. When you get to Monrovia, those of you who been to Monrovia recently, when you see some of these buildings, summertime, when you dry season, when you see some of these buildings, you say, wow, look at the person building. But drive from their building, from that community, go on the main road. Your car going like this, flaka, kruku, cracker. You know what they're waiting for to pave that area? That's how wicked many of us are. You know what they're waiting for to pave? They're waiting for the government, Republic of Liberia, to pave the street that goes to their community. They got millions of dollars. They live in the community. The only places you will find paved road, where they have beautiful buildings, the government official, like the president, the vice president, speaker, the Supreme Court justice, those are the people that you have area to pave. But many of the ministers, they live in the beautiful, beautiful houses in the community. No paving. Why? They can't even put money together to say, my man, we live here. What are we waiting for? We got to wait for the government? They're waiting for the government to pave their street because it's a government rule. And you expect the Mawara that are living down over there in West Point to pay money for you to put pavement down? They don't even trust you. They have no trust. Why are we behaving towards each other like that? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Seriously, it's unbelievable. Why are we behaving toward each other like that? A common role. I've been telling you here over and over. The role. Drug issue, that different issue. That for me is a distraction. It's a distraction. Those who are responsible, they know themselves. Look at the other one here, my people. Look at the other one. Look at this here. The city of Monrovia. Look at this. City of Monrovia. Look at that building back there. City of Monrovia. City of Monrovia. I don't even know what I think this is. Those of you that know Monrovia, you all know where the place is. Maybe that waterside. Maybe that waterside. I don't even know what it that building I tried to make up, but I can't make it up. Why? Why are we so wicked towards each other like that? So it rain, we just throw our hands up. Oh, it raining, man. Oh, so that rainy season. That rainy season. That rainy season. Like that we expect that. Do you really expect that? But people are getting paid good bit of money to make sure these things don't happen. The first thing when you talk to them, the big shot is, oh, but people build in the attics and clock the drainage way. Where were you when they were building? Where were you? Your eye closed? If you were to put these things in the young people's hand, how big is Monrovia? If you truly divide Monrovia into sectors, you split it like this. You control this side. You on this side. You make sure these are the expectations, the terms of reference for you as a public work person. This is where you're responsible. Make sure these things are achieved. If you clean one side and that side no flooding, that place used to be flooded 10 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year, or even yesterday. But because of your intervention, that side no longer get flooded issue. The city started cleaning, the good sidewalk and everything. If you go to the community, people who own houses in that area, you make sure they have clean, even if you don't pave their road, but you make sure the road that goes in there is smooth. And you tell the community, in order for us to keep this up, we can't wait for the government. I will expect each of you to pay $2 every month for maintenance. Don't put it in government cover because they will eat it. They will help. Because nobody want to live like this. None of us want to live in a dirty city. Nobody. It's because we call it nucasination, the crown, English. Nucasination. No way out. Nuka, no way. Sination, no way. No way out. The big big book I spoke. Nucasination. One of my uncle back in the days, he used to be a policeman in Montreal, long time ago, before I was even born. So he came back to town, and he became how they call it. He became just of the peace. And he's, you think that CDC just started putting agitated together and make it one? Yeah, no, he was the first one. So he would come, Pennyway to Mana Pennyway equal Panawility. Tell me now, Pennyway, his wife named, the first wife named Pennyway, the second wife named Uwete. Pennyway, Mana Uwete equal Panatuti. That English. He used to say this thing here, no castination, no way out. That's why people live in Monrovia. But you think here people take their market. They want to make money for their children to go to school. You think they want their children to be walking in a flooded area like that every day? But when the government come in and build one little street, the government people dancing. What is the responsibility of the government? Whether it be President Baka government or not, what is the responsibility of the government? It's to serve the people. They can't throw drug business all over here now. We're all chasing it. I'm chasing that again. Where it stopped, where the government tell me that I'm not chasing that drug issue again. It's raining now. Development doesn't happen overnight. And the development must not be done only by the specific government. It's an ongoing process. We must recognize that. But what do? We fight with who government started it and who government finished it. That my own time that finished. You see that time business? If there's a progress need to be made, you make the progress, made it up so things can be done. That's development. That is development. Look at this. Look at this. In the city of Monrovia. And then what you anxious, you leave. I was there, and I'm saying it from my own experience. I don't know about you. I went to Monrovia. I was anxious to go. We got in the place, walked through, beautiful carriageway, went through, beautiful, went downstairs, beautiful. The carousel to move your luggage around, beautiful. Oh, I was so happy. We got outside, beautiful. As soon as they put me in the car, we started going. We went the other way, got on the main road to my day over. Started feeling so bad. That I'm sitting like this, yes, I started feeling bad. The whole time I was there, Montreal, what Montreal like this smell? All this. Time to come back. I got tears in my eye for the stink city. I was saying the city sting. I got tears in my eye. I want to come back. I want to stay in Montreal now. That's how we are connected to that city. That's how we are connected to that country. You go there, you criticize, but when you come in, you got tears in your eyes because that's your country. To go there, any Liberian person right now, you get a ticket, you put on a plane, they'll be happy. Even if the person got young baby say, you say, just do you baby say, okay, I'll come back. They'll be happy to go. When they get there, their mind change. They'll be hurried to come back. But when they get back, getting on the plane, they got tears eyes. That's our city. That's our country. And the politicians are quite aware of this. The smart politicians that continue to use us, they're very smart. They know about us. They know our weakness. They know everything about us. Look at the other day when they said, oh, they were going to charge same way. You saw how people at water cutter, they were crying on the platform. You think water cutter ain't care for the country. He said, but you want to charge me? I'm sending money there against that. But he ain't able. Water cutter ain't able not to send money home. That's his country. He got brothers and sisters over there. We got relatives. So every one of us want to go back. But yeah, I got news for you. Many of our offspring, many of our brothers, sons, and daughters here that are born in these parks, they are not connected. They're going to be here enjoying working. Those who are able to educate themselves, they will make good money. You think they care? Most likely, after 10, 15, 20 years from now, when we shall, on the side, some of us in nursing home or what have you, something told Morel, hey, oh, okay, yeah, Morel used to be sweet. Then I used to now. Development, you cannot borrow your way through it. It must be something that is produced. You will not have something like this. Look at the water, my people. Look at this. That Morel. How you will even do business like this? Where? Where? So those who are not doing businesses, the whole time, they 1 or 2 days, their business profit gonna go down. How are they going to go now to go buy again? Unable. They will not be able to. Development does not happen overnight. Development, you have to have plans. We have all of these people. Their policy, this policy, guru policy, that. But in all of their policy, they've studied it. They international policy, whatever, national policy, county policy, developer, and whatever have you. None of them will have any fix to this kinds of stuff. In their policy, is how to go borrow money and to pay themselves. That's the policy. And they are guru in that. But we, on the other hand, as Liberian, you go home right now. It's very sad. Even the richest Liberians themselves. That's why they don't step out of the katana there. They go from the house straight to the office. They don't step outside because they don't want to walk in the ring. And these are people you expect to see development. Ask them. Walk to work in this ring. Walk and see if you don't have umbrella. Walk to work. But many of the other Liberians will do. Why? Why can we not look back and say, let's take a break, my people? What I will say, what are we doing? What exactly are we doing? Let's show me. Yeah, I don't even asking you. I'm not asking you for 10-year record. That's too far. This government, show me the improvement. You show me roads, beautiful. You show me some facility, beautiful. But look at Monroe. Is Monroe not part of Liberia? What are we doing about this flooding issue? I've been saying there last summer. I was saying, I said, hey, come and rain again, your watch. Next year when it rain again, the same thing gonna be repeated. So what is this? What exactly is it in Monrovia that we are unable to resolve the flooding issue, my people? And this is not even 100-year flood, oh. This most likely not even 25-year flood. This is just a normal flooding, normal rain. This is not 25-year rain. It's not even 50-year rain. Not even forget about 100-year rain. What is it that we are unable to capture this? And yes, the funny thing here, we're suffering. We're suffering. We're suffering. Plenty of people in Montreal ain't got water. Oh. But look at that amount of, let me put that thing. Many people, yeah, we will suffer, we'll be suffer alone. Look at this. You know how many gallons and gallons of water going through here? Can you imagine if you were to challenge the Liberian engineer student and say, how do we capture this water to be used in the wintertime? How do we capture this water to be used in the summertime, in the dry season time? Don't you think you can capture this? You don't have to take it from the river. This amount of water in the street, you can capture it. But what do? We're going to waste this thing. The other thing are going to be wasted, free. Because the water have control over us. Look at this, my people. Look at this. The water have complete control over us. Look at this. Gallons of gallons of gallons of, I mean, the amount here, you forget it. Go to Monrovia and ask for the reservation, a reservation, my foot, reservoir. Ask for the reservoir in Monrovia. And let Mo Ali tell what a reservoir is in Monrovia. Why is this water not being pumped to the reservoir in Monrovia? Uphill, where you will use gravity feed to feed the city of Monrovia, my people. That money, idea, that money, common sense, that money. But we want to borrow our way to develop. You cannot develop your country through borrowing. You will have to develop your country by people satisfying with you, happy with you, and able to contribute to their development. Then there's genuine. There's no CDC coming. Oh, the time we borrow the money. No, you know about no. Our time when we borrow, there's a time to borrow. You think that's something good to borrow, my people? Go to these same people and tell me. Go into the bank, you yourself, go borrow money. Many of them will not want to do it because they know borrowing money is not good. You got to pay interest. But what do we have for these people? What do we have? Look, I just show you the water. The water I just show you. If you were to put $5,000 in a pot and ask the Liberian young engineers, show us the way. I give you 1 month. Come up with an idea how to capture this water, where to put this water to be used for future. This amount of water, if you were to pump it in a reservoir somewhere, that water, you can take that water and feed, because when you pump it in a reservoir and you treat it here in America, I don't mean to be nasty, but here in America, and then one will be pure. I will not sugarcoat it. If you got children in the house, please close your ear. If you're grown up, you want to listen to this, please close your ear. Every one of you that living in this city, in here in America, they have what they call wastewater treatment plant. All of your commo, all of the flushing you can do, your poo-poo water, all of it, they ended up in that wastewater treatment treatment plant. I've been there. I drank that water. So what they do, they have several, and I will show it one day here. One day I will show that they have several gallons a tank. The one that come from my house, all my cacao water, blue, they sit down here. They try to treat it. They treat it. The waste, and you know the waste is heavier than the water. So the waste they make the water, they make the waste go down. They put some chemical in it, and they effectively put, they call it big wasty. It go down. The clean little clean water now, it go through the weir. It's like a weir. It goes it like this, like a finger, but it go around the drum. So when it fall, this is the top of the drum. But over here, the water go through. Water go through. And they have some stuff here in between these holes that saved, that it's almost like a safety. And it go through to another tank. And that tank, they have the big and you know when people making palm butter, excuse me, the one that can go like this here, they have the big machine. It goes circulate with air bubble. I'm just showing you. I'm not trying to be an engineer yet, but I'm showing you with the air bubble. The air bubble in there, it also lets some stuff evaporate. They clean, they move from there. The bad water go down to the bottom. The clean one go to the next tank. So they have about 6 or 7 tanks. By the time you get to the last tank, they put glass over them. As a student, when we went there, put glass there. You saw it, you walk all around and saw it. Then when you get to the last tank, they put the water and they can't drink it. I said, engineer student, what are you gonna do? You drink it. He said, oh, wow. Wow. You know what they do with the cacao itself? They take that after the settling tank have enough, they drain the water out, and then the cacao exposed. They take that cacao and put it in another warehouse. Then they put it on a pressing machine. They put the cacao on the pressing machine, and they press it. They press the cacao and sifting all of the water out of the cacao. Then they take the cacao and put it outside to dry. Let me bring in Moses, who's just joining me here. Then they take the cacao and put it outside to dry. When it dry, the company now, because that company, that government entity, so the government take the entity take that cacao and go sell it to farmer fertilizer. The water that comes out of that area now, the cacao water, it go back into the community for people to drink, shower, and the circle repeat itself over and over and over and over. When it rain like this, they capture this water. There's a city over there in Ohio. I work on that. On one of the reservoir. We're taking water from the creek and pumping it up. It was my first time working with a 12-inch plastic pipe. I was the very first person, according to the story. We were one of the few very first person. The plastic, black plastic, 12-inch, 18-inch, and they put a plate in between, hot plate. And when the plate, the machine bring the two pipes together with a plate. When the plate melt those two rubber stuff, they take the plate out and the machine press them together. They're sealed. One of the first work on that. I know what I'm talking about, but I'm not here by myself. Okay? So, the point that I'm making all of this here tonight is that development does not happen overnight. But you cannot borrow your way through development. You will always be saddling your children with the money to pay back. Then what Moses going again? Okay, he's back. So what are we getting in return? What are we getting? So I'm just saying that we cannot borrow our way through development. Mostly, I don't know what's going on with your system. We cannot borrow our way through development. You borrow to stand on something. Why is Monrovia still flooding? We don't have means. We don't have the know-how. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We do. We can do two or three things here. You know the Louisiana city of New Orleans. Those of you Johnny JJC, I'm talking about you. But those of you that been here for a while, some time ago, they have a hurricane Katrina, and the whole city was flooded. You know why? Because that city is below sea level. But besides being below sea level, that city also have pumps, different sizes of pump that they use. Most of your stuff is not stable yet, so I don't know what we need to do. Can you hear me? Okay, let me bring you back in. Can you hear me? You're not stable yet. Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. That why the pastor say you need to buy yourself some camera. But anyway, until Moses stable, let me go ahead and enjoy myself. So when the Katrina happened, the pump then failed because that's the flood of a century. The pump was not able to pump the water out quickly, and they couldn't do it, and that's why they have the flooded issue. But it's not like that in Monrovia. This is nothing in Monrovia, down water side. The only place you can have the kind of serious flood like this here, and I bet you this is down water side. I would bet anybody this is down water side. Where is the machine? The pump to pump the. Even if you're not going to pump it through the reservoir, pump it back to the Dew River. Let me bring you in, Mose. I hope your machine is stable now.
Yeah, it is stable.
Okay, pump this thing back into the Dew River. But
Yeah.
what do we do when it's raining? That CDC can go open eye and barrel in the street, and we
No,
think say we're
liberal.
going to move on. I'm
Yeah,
just going
liberal.
to
How
CDC,
you
but
doing?
this is not unique to CDC. To be honest with you, this is not unique to CDC. This is completely unacceptable. We have come a long way, and we're yet unable to control the flood, a little flooding condition like this here. Let me bring in Mose. Mose, thank you for
Yeah.
joining us.
How
What's
you
on your
doing?
mind?
Yeah. Let me just.
Please, I don't want us to discuss drug issue here today. Let's find something other topic. Yeah, I don't want to. Seriously, I don't want to discuss the drug issue. Please.
Well, that's the purpose of me coming. But anyway, you're talking about the flood, and that flood you just showed, that's actually at Oro Junction, right
Okay.
before the Orlando Hotel. If you listen to the coverage, they have one on Benson Street between Benson, not Mecklin Street, Front Street. That little place over there where they had the manhole open. I don't know if the people purposely opened it so the car could go in there, but it said they open the manhole and left it open with that rain. And the rain is not going in the manhole and said it's overflowed it, the
But the
manhole.
manhole, the rain not supposed to go in the manhole.
No, it's not. That's not what it's meant for. But you see, the people that do their things, they think that's where the rain's supposed to go. That's where the car going in there. But that picture you just showed, that coming from Kalundo, rather Oro Junction. You know, there used to be a place right there before you get to Ellen, when you pass Ellen Hall, when you make a left turn.
Yeah.
That's where that flood is.
That's very sad because
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad.
from there to the ocean,
Yeah, yeah.
is less than 4,000 feet.
Exactly. And so
So
the drainage should have been made for that water to go into the ocean, but over there the whole place has been blocked. So that water can't descend to that place. And that's what the coverage was doing with all those cars over there. Coming from up the hill on the old road. And you know old road, if you go all the way in the back, you go towards Dew, but it's far away. But it's closer to the ocean than to the Dew River on that side. And that's where you know when we used to practice to practice ground, it used to get flooded sometimes because the excavation of the land where the plane used to land, there's a little hole that they dug back there where we used to play. So the water used to settle down there. That's some of the water now that's flooding that whole area.
And the sad thing is many of our leaders, they go to the foreign land and they post in the most some of the most beautiful places
Yeah.
on their vacation. They
Yeah.
post at the waterfront, and when you go to Maria Slip with a good waterfront, what happened there? So kaka. But when
Yeah.
you go to foreign land, I will show you. I will show you one of them here. And I
Yeah.
don't mean the OCDC business here. Let me just show you. Let me just share this one.
Yeah. I know.
Look at Union Namwe.
Yeah.
This is in, I bet you this is in London. Look behind him. That human being make those things. That not God make it. Human being. But they rather go and borrow and not do these things.
Yeah.
But when they go to foreign land, then they happen to take pictures. Why we can't do this to ourselves? Okay, but
Yeah.
those are the kinds of stuff I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
again, Moses, let's go ahead. Go ahead. Let's hear from
Yeah.
you.
One of the things that bothered me as a child growing up in Boozy Quarter, I used to hang out around Johnstown. I once lived in Johnstown. And the thing that bothers me now when I go to Johnstown, I still see the little double C over the Dew River. And that water with this kind of rain, those people in that, they've always been flooded since I was a kid in that Johnstown area. And today, if you go there, I'm definitely sure that those houses that are built in Johnstown are flooded. So when is that going to change?
Yeah.
When is that going to change? Now we're talking about the main streets in Liberia, in Monrovia, Benson Street, Mecklin Street, Waterside, all of those places getting flooded. Main
Yeah.
Street, that Benson Street. How does that happen? How does it happen? And
Yeah.
those are the questions sometimes we ask that people, and it's not just the Liberian people for it. I think the leadership that's inclusive of the legislative branch and the executive branch. There's something that talks about laying out the city because City Hall is not equipped or they don't have the power to do it. By right, the mayor of the city of Monrovia is supposed to be dealing with this issue. But the fundings have to be, because he's not elected by the people, he cannot go to businesses and citizens and tax them to be able to develop the city, as you see in this place or in any other democratic country or any other 21st century cities. Because the city mayors who are elected need to meet the demands of the people, need to service the people. And these are some of the services we're talking about. So until the people can elect the city mayor hands are tied. He or she will only do what the executive tell them to do, which is nothing really.
Right.
Nothing in the cities. That's what it's important that we elect our city mayors so that they can work for the people in the city and raise money to correct some of these things and have city codes, building codes. And all of that. You don't build a house if you can't provide indoor shower and toilet. It has to be provided. People can't be taking by outside and zing around anymore. Come on now.
All
This is the
right.
21st century.
Rescue 3 want to discuss the drugs. When it comes to the drug issue, I have no input whatsoever. I don't want
So
to
you want us
discuss
to
it.
discuss this?
Yeah, Rescue 3 want to discuss it, but when it comes to the drug issue, I got no
You don't
input.
want to talk about drugs?
No,
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
really don't want to. Don't. But who brought you in anyway? I know
Moses,
So,
that drug business. You come here to can't talk about now.
but Libra, that the most pressing issue now that needs to be
No,
spoken
no.
about.
And for me,
We
the
need
drug
to
issue
educate the
is
people.
the drug issue is a distraction.
It's a
Well, it's not
It,
a
it's not,
distraction.
yeah, yeah.
It's
For me,
actually
for
a
me,
blessing to the lives of
it's a
people.
distraction.
your friends are involved, so you are very uncomfortable to talk about it.
No,
It's
I got
actually
nobody. I
it's
don't know any of these
actually a
people.
security threat.
But anyhow,
It
let me welcome Walter Carter, Terrence Collins, and the CEO. Let me welcome you guys. Walter Carter, thank you, Moses. Walter Carter, it's open up. You want to discuss drug? You can go ahead. I just don't. I'll be asking questions, but I'm not going to be involved in terms of uh,
That's
uh
fine.
through discussion. No, no, I have no
Yeah,
interest.
thank you,
Walter
Labor.
Carter, let's hear from
Thank you, Labor. I'd like to say hi to the rest of the panelists. CEO, welcome back. Terry. Um,
Thank you very much. He doesn't want to acknowledge it, but I don't know how you're going to do it. It's good I'm here. These
the
guys
political.
to talk about here tonight, so that's the phobia that got hold of him right now. He's very uncomfortable. So the thing you're going to be Terry and Moses affair here tonight. I'm here.
Right.
All right.
So thank you
Walter
so much.
Carter, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for having me on this show, and I'd like to say hi to our listening and viewing audiences. Yeah. Mr. So, Mr. Toe and the liberal progressive. You said something. You don't want to be political, but you went down and start to be political when you put the picture of Eugene Nangme and you
This is
made comment.
unbelievable.
And you made comment. Why you didn't put the picture of Joseph Boakai in America? Why you didn't put a picture of the legs of the other ministers in government from this administration in America and in other countries in the world, walking down the streets and say this too could be done in Liberia? This is the administration. This is not the administration of former, CDC. This is the administration of the man you brought in office that said he could change the trajectory of our nation. He could make sidewalks into roads, the sidewalks that President Weah made. He could turn them into modern streets. And turning sidewalks into modern street means you have to do drainages that will not allow water to sit and look like river. So these are things that you didn't. You're afraid to speak about, but you don't want to politicize it. You want to be a man of career, a man of engineering mind, and that way you are showing. And I agree with you. But then you have to throw the political spin in it. And we'll not sit back and allow you get away with murder. So what we will
No
do,
way.
we will
No way.
rescue you. We will bring you back. We'll give you the opportunity to come back and put your president on a stand. Why is he not turning those sidewalks into modern roads? Why? And then we'll talk about the drug issue. Thank you.
Let's
Oh,
hear from
my
you, Terry Collins. Let's hear from you, my brother.
that my tongue.
No, that ain't your time. You'll be the last.
Oh,
CEO, you want to speak again?
No, we're not yielding anything here. I'm the board chair. I'm the only one supposed to be yielded to.
Good evening to the liberal, the political guru on the show, NPR. And to
Thank
you,
you.
Mr. The examiner, want to say good evening to Mr. Sigbe, good evening to Keto, and all of our listening audience. You know, Senegal is deflocking them 1-0 already. So I don't know. You got to start praying for them, all of that. So I don't know. But however, Mr. Labor is that the rules. I told you that we need to relocate the capital. The congestion in that capital, there is no way you can fix it. All those drainages that you're talking about, how you going to fix the drainage without breaking people property down? Then at the same time, we'll come back again and say we're breaking the people horses down. Then why? Why? Because you got to. Oh.
the dictator.
So
No.
my thing is that we cannot fix that what we cannot. Oh, we cannot fix what we cannot. We cannot fix what we did not spoil. That's what I wanted to say. We cannot fix what we did not spoil. You know what I'm saying? The capital is sinking. There is no way around it. All those houses that are built in our cityway area there, all those places there around there, far town there, most of those stores are built on the drainage. So how you gonna do it? You're gonna remove all those stores from there? Kettle then try to do it, they couldn't do it because they're not able to do it. That he telling all my do in 2 years. But the truth of the matter is relocation is the only option for the capital. Otherwise, the damages that will cause will be severe. Thank you.
See you. Let's hear from you.
You can take whatever breath you want to take. They're not going to stop me from talking. Look, where is the Delaware man?
He listening. Go ahead.
Right here.
I want to see you. I want to speak.
You don't have to see anybody.
Right,
In fact, if anything, we'll close our video then.
Look, I was sleeping and
They call you.
whether it was a vision, but then
Somebody call you. Say the papi on again or you talking about that.
okay, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I think Keto, if Keto have never spoken anything on this network, tonight he found his voice.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I'm so ashamed and embarrassed of you, Moses.
Uh-huh.
Terry, who is a Terry, one day he's Terry, another day he Terry, and another day he's something. Look, liberal.
But my name is Skip. You know what Skip means?
Hey, that's me who say that one. Oh,
You're involved too, right? But look, liberal, you every day, every night, you continue to unveil your biases on this network. Very unfair. And I'm just surprised and disappointed that Moses can't call you out on this thing because he does support this kind of behavior. Now, you build in Sacramento. I think tomorrow, whatever day your video, what you are doing the breach, I will pay. You should be in Liberia by this time. And you didn't answer Keto question. Why Eugene picture now? Let's be honest. Why Eugene number picture at this time? No any other government official from this government has ever traveled outside of the country. And you still want to make this as a talking thing for CDC? Is that CDC we should still be holding responsible? I think we need to bring real honesty to this sort of conversation here. And that's the danger we're going to encounter with media personality who are so politically minded, who are so politically driven, and they profess to be a neutral analyst, whether security or religious analyst. They come here and they compare, they contrast. I think that is you guys are not doing our country. Honestly, let's be honest. Liberal, you can do better than what you're doing.
So
I don't know you're talking to them, listening to you, and you are unable to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it, but you complain and cry, baby cry behind the scene. And then when you come on the live view, you present things differently. Should we be having the argument of CDC, what they didn't do, what they do? I don't think so. I'm coming when you were talking here, you were never asking a question, you were in support, you were in
No. Let me ask you a question, please.
No question, let me finish that I can answer. Okay, let me finish that I can answer your question. Terry King here say he, as a religious man, he didn't pray for Senegal, that he is telling us to come pray. Why should I take responsibility of what you're supposed to be doing? But look, this is absurd. We gotta stop this sort of behavior. Honestly. I don't know. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening. I'm just not going to interrupt.
No, you're getting your attention.
I'm not going to interrupt. Go ahead, start. When you finish, I will deal with it. When you finish, I will deal with it.
Yeah, so I am just saying, for the sake of our country, you brought, what did he say? What did Basel man, Liberty Party Basel man, what did he? Bronskin. You brought Bronskin, it didn't work. You jumped to Nyomri Kanga, it didn't work. You went to BDT, it didn't work. You on the other side, which is okay. You're still trying to find the right place. But I mean, when you're having this conversation, make it fair and balanced. I think that is very, very, very much important. I don't think CDC should be a bone of contention right now. You need to start holding your government accountable. You are not doing that. You're still moving the goalposts. You still want to scapegoat other people, and I think that is unfair. I don't know what kind of question Moses want to ask him. You should be asking him. He the one you're supposed to be asking. He's the moderator. He never said anything here. You're in full support of what he was saying. Now you want to rewrite history. You want to come to me to ask me. What do you want to ask me?
Well, I don't know if you listened to the show prior to coming on.
I listen.
And what is this? The question to ask you, as CEO and calling yourself the independent, why are you
independent?
Why are you always saying things in the light of gaslighting? Why you always say you're doing this, you're doing that? Why don't you speak about what you are doing?
Yes, if I say you get an ears of the government. I'm gonna put a picture up to justify what I'm saying.
Yes, you can put a picture up. I'm not the ears of the government.
You scared?
Put a video up, Mr. Sik. Put a video up, Mr. So. Let's see how Mr. Sik were walking behind the old man.
The man tells me the mess around no quick. He said, "Don't do it."
No, I just put a picture up.
Okay, if I put it up, I want him to keep me out because he waiting. So if I do something, so he will act because he in charge. So I will do it on my own day.
Okay, do it your own day, and we can validate ourselves out of that. Why you always try to gaslight something?
Thank you.
But on the right side, Libra, let me just say this.
No, but
when I came on the show, and I think that it's important. The drug thing is very vital and important.
Before you go to the drugs issue, let me say this here, Mose.
Okay.
The picture I put out of Lynn Eugene Nagbe, I was in the process of showing the river and other places in Monrovia on this year. So as I was showing this, the next line was Eugene Nagbe. For example, if I was doing this, and the next line, and yes, some OCDC here again. The next line was Eugene Nagbe. Okay, so it was not intentional to show the topic that I was discussing and what I wanted to say. Eugene Nagbe captured that perfectly. And even before saying that, I gave some sort of a disclaimer to say this is not about CDC. But of course, your CDC, you don't hear good. But one thing I know about you, you're allowed to put your foot in your mouth. As a result, you can't hear anything.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So I don't blame Walter Cutter coming here to come to, at this time. He can't hear me. He can't hear me. But the issue here is this, and it's not unique to CDC. I stated that also. The video are there. That this is not unique to CDC. We, the Liberians, especially government officials, when they travel to this country, they like to take pictures of a good something in their background to be looking nice, forgetting to know that the people that live in our community put those things up. But in the meantime, we want to live on borrow money to develop our country on borrow money. And I'm saying that is not possible. So let's go to the drug issue. Moses, let's hear from you.
Well, there's I don't know if you really want to go through that, but we've had.
I say I want to discuss drug, man. I ain't got time for no drug business.
Well, the thing about it is that it's alleged that one of the suspects or one of the players turned himself in, or someone who's wanted to be questioned turned himself in, Mr. King. And those are the things we've been talking about on this show. The government needs to, the government cannot do a thorough investigation while arresting people and just locking them up. There's a procedure, it takes a while. And in the judicial system, there's different steps to addressing different issues. As far as the drug issue is concerned, it's one of the most difficult cases to adjudicate in the court system. And in the lights of some of the examples Terry then gave yesterday, that during the we are administration, the $100 million, and they arrested the folks. And again, it could be an 80% suspicions that because of the carelessness of collecting evidence of discoveries, it exonerated these people, and they were free, and they went their merry way. And we don't know what happened to the drugs. We never heard anything after that, but we know people were bringing $100 million drugs in Liberia, and we hope that it's not the same thing with this case. And I think we don't need to do public judgment on this. Give the experts their opportunity to do their job. Now, if they don't do their job correctly, then we need to hold them accountable over a certain period of time. We cannot give them a precise 2-3 weeks, because it's impossible to do a drug case in a month or in 6 months. And we saw that during the CDC administration. About 6 months, they had these people in court and they exonerated them. It took a long time for gathering discovery. Discovery need to be shared by any suspect,
Maybe 1 minute, please, okay?
alleged suspect, okay? Any alleged suspect, attorney needs to have the discovery, study the discovery, understand the discovery before they can present their case, or they can defend the suspect or the suspicious person or the person arrested for the drugs. So this all takes time to do that. And I'm just saying to the Liberian people, we need to bear some patience. There's no need for people to get in the street, no need for people to keep asking the administration. You can hold them accountable by being silent and waiting. And then when it doesn't happen over a period of time, then you go on and ask questions. But it's also the powers to be to alert the people on what's going, giving them ongoing, briefing on what's going on, and that's they're on top of this, and they try to gather more discovery or more evidence for the case, because they don't want to lose this case.
Thank you. Walter Carter, let's hear from you.
Yeah, the liberal. So yeah, so like I was saying, I was not saying tapata, listen to you, Kine, and the CEO King. And one of the things that puzzled me, the CEO even point out to the security analyst. The security analyst always come on the show and say, I don't want to politicize this. This should not be about politics. But the security analyst did not even say, hey, liberal, they put a politics all in the one, but he was laughing because he was speaking about CDC.
Come
So
on now.
it's all fair game. I will laugh. I will accept that. If this drug business and we put politics inside of Unity Party, the security analyst will start, oh, we can't politicize it. Captain, you stop this. It's about, no, we cannot have our cake and eat it. Liberia is a polarized when it comes to politics. So everything that people do in our country is about politics. And I see everybody, once this Unity Party, we'll finish seeing the deception in Unity Party and the partisan. Unity Party, people do not like for you to say anything politic against the government. They will say you're not nationalistic. They will want to make you feel guilty that you're not in the interest of the country. But soon they say opposition, CDC this, CDC that. The other then say, yeah, we're on board doing it, doing the one. Look at what happened at the Senate today when they're interviewing the people there, and Luther Tapeki, and we're talking about like Tapa type or other people. I was just looking at it and say, wow. You see what I'm talking about? So let me tell you one thing. The drug ban in our society, the drug ban is no joke. The government has to do the best by the Liberian people to eradicate this whole thing or bring the perpetrator to justice. Not by catching small people and staging investigation, stage managing investigation to cover up. No, they shouldn't do that. They should be open. You said the drugs were pick up from somebody's house. You got the man in town. Why you don't ask that man who carried that drugs to the house? How the drugs got there? Are they manufacturing it right in your house and transporting it because he got that kind of agent, the company to ship product out of the country? Is it the first time he's doing it? Who are involved? What was the former DEA was talking about when he said that the legislature, the executive and the judiciary are the ones who are encouraging or bringing drugs in the country. Is it statements or true statement? Why the government got angry and fired him? They fired him the next day. Why? You see people in government. This is not the first time, and this Liberians themselves can tell you. Common Liberian when they go to arrest some drug dealer in the city, that government official can say that their interest. That was they're open to do their things in Liberia. So what we're saying here is when we get to this level, what we're bringing in cocaine that is heavily priced on the international market. And we see that these people cocaine has been captured in the country. We know at the end of the day, they will start collecting people family for ransom. They will start doing some terrible things in our society. And when our kids get hold on to these things, where they know that there's no job in our country and they can make money other days lucrative, then we finish. We finish. So we
Thank
don't
you.
want the government to be playing lackadaisical attitude, having the lackadaisical attitude towards the whole drug issue, or playing it the way they play that rape case, and it will arrest somebody. As soon as they see the person raping, they arrest them, put in jail. But when the government or feature the accused of rape, he walking scotch free. They
Thank
don't want
you.
to do that. You got people who burn the Capitol building. You arrest all of them and disgrace them. One of them, you let them free because the Unity Partisan. The Abraham. Huh? Abraham was not arrested. Her name came up in the indictment. She never went to jail. She never, but they put Fanatico Father in jail. But because Unity Party were there, the likes of Kalano, all of them support this to do. So Abraham never saw the likes the jail her. So we can't do that.
Thank you. Let me
Thank
go
you,
to
Labor.
rescue. Let me go to rescue two. Rescue two. Any comment on this?
Well, again, Keter then will continue to be going in circles as usual, and nothing is more, you know, I'm not surprised at the assertions. The only thing I believe is that the government have taken some major steps. I heard today that the president suspended one of NOCA's, one of the officials on NOCA board, which have been saying that somebody must be held responsible for the drugs and other things coming into the country. So if it is because of that he suspended him, that is a welcoming news. But to the issue of
No, hold on. But what if president? What was the reason of the suspension?
that's what I'm saying. People are allegedly saying that the
What you
man
are
is
saying,
start.
you telling us now what the statement you read, what the statement says.
Well, it still remains to be allegations yet. I'm looking on the website of the executive marshal. I'm going to check it to see to verify. And then before the net end, I'm going to explain. I will give the point on that. But what I'm saying is that it is clear that the government have taken steps towards tackling, bringing these people to justice. The only aspect I have problem with is the time frame Mr. Sigri are talking about, that we should wait for 2 years before, you know, the government bring the suspects that they claim they have, you know,
When did I
into
say that?
custody. Huh? No, I
When did
come
I
in.
say the
I
people should
come
wait for
in.
2 years?
Yesterday you said at least 2 years.
No,
You know,
that's not what I said.
go listen to yourself.
No, you listen to you
Okay,
go to.
okay.
I don't
Anyway,
need
say
to
you said
listen
that
to
not what you
myself.
said.
I can
Let
tell
me.
you what I said.
He
I
was
come in now.
he calls for indefinite time, which could even surpass 2 years, 3, 4 years. So
Yeah. Later on, he said indefinitely. But what I want to say is this, right? There are steps to investigation. My position was not the deadline of the investigation, wherein the investigation is it's not in the hands of investigators anymore, but in the hands of prosecutors. That is going to the deadline of the whole entire stuff. I was talking about the preliminary stage of investigation, wherein, you know,
Now
the
you're making
public will be
politics.
aware. The public will be aware. Yeah. The
Guys, let
public
him
will be
talk. I
aware
beg you. Yeah, yeah. Please don't
of
interrupt.
the public will be aware as to suspects, people of interest you got, that you will have them, being charged and then indicted and then forward to court. I don't think that need to take 2 years. I don't think that need to be indefinite. I don't think that need to take even more than 1 month from now, because I believe with this case, you got everything. With the case of the 100 million, with the case of the 100 million, right? It is alleged, Musa Dean even said that they have overwhelming evidence to adjudicate. These people, is also alleged that there was juror tampering. If you go back to read on the case, it was alleged that there was juror tampering. And I don't want to believe that Musa Dean did not have enough evidence. I just want to believe that this is the corrupt system of the country we have. And no matter what you do, once people can give money here and there, they can influence any judicial system. There, yeah, now we get Samuel Twe, and we get jurors then going for juror tampering and all of that. So those things do happen. And that is what I wanted to speak to. Thank you.
Thank you. James, you just joined us. What's the brief introduction before we go to your stuff?
Can I?
So my
Hold on,
brief
Moses.
introduction.
We just brought Jim in. Give us a minute. Go ahead. Go ahead, James.
So my brief introduction is that there are stages in investigation, and I love what the pastor just said. There are stages in investigation, and which stage? I mean, are we now? Where are we? I mean, we all can decide somehow for ourselves. But I want to believe or think that the government will act on the basis of information she has, the available information, the reliable, that which she can be able to stand on to say, I have this information, so I'll be able to take this step. I have this information, so I will make the decision. Because I will do this, I can do these choices, and the rest of it. So again, like some of us keep pounding here, I think we should be able to give government, that latitude of time to be able to do their work. And we are not saying that this is going to be an investigation that will last, forever, that will be infinite. No, that's not what we're saying. This is something that happens during it. And where are we? And we can look at the steps government has been able to take so far. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, let me open the line. Just remember the rule, guys. When you're talking and somebody call, we'll bring you back to book. So let's hear from you, Mose. What was
Yeah.
it that you were going to say?
Yes, I was going to respond to
Guys,
Terry's
hold on,
comment.
Mose. Guys, the number is there, 916-533-2048. WhatsApp number, 916-330-9721. Go ahead, Mose.
Thank you. I just want to respond to Terry narrative of what happened, and trying to make allegations of what I said. The Reverend sat on the show yesterday and said 2 to 3 weeks is 2 to 3 weeks is, and like he said again today, a month is enough to indict people. Yesterday when I spoke, I said in general practices of adjudication of high-profile cases, from when the body falls, which is when the crime is committed, to when you reach adjudication, can take up to 2 years or above. I did not say completely this is what needs to happen for Liberia, or it should be done indefinitely. I explained that the resources for these kind of investigation needs to be made available to the investigators. And I'm not sure if we have the adequate resources for the people to investigate this case openly, instead of going to public sentiment. Many of these things are happening because we rely on public sentiment. And public sentiment quick to find people guilty with other facts. And we don't want to do that in Liberia. We need to stop doing that, because we've done it enough, and we've seen the reports on Liberia where human rights are being violated and the rule of laws are not followed. I send you guys individually the article from the United Nations report in 2011 that says that law and order did not exist in Liberia. These are some of the things that attributed to that report. And we can't continue to do this and think we can justify, and people try to say, oh, the government is this. Listen, the administration is responsible for prosecution. The administration is. I had to say the government, because the government is inclusive of the legislature, the judiciary, and the general public. So I don't use the term enough as the government should do this, but the administration and those people liable for these investigations should be held to their tax. They should know what the job description is, and they need to deliver. If they don't deliver, they need to go. But we need to give them time to do this.
Thank you.
So I hope I'm explicit, and I'm telling you guys, when the body falls, from the time the body falls to adjudication, it could take, in a good judicial system, it could take up to 2 years or more.
Thank you, Moses. Thank you very much. See you. Let's come to you, then we'll go to Walter Carter. Go ahead. Let's hear from you. Like I said, I have no contribution with the drugs issue at all. Let's hear from you, CEO.
It's a shame for you to say, as a lead angle, to say you don't have anything to do with it. It's like telling our kids, our children, here come the wrath of destruction, and I'm in support of it. That's exactly what you are doing. So, Moses come with his bubble gum, and they want to do this, that. Look, we need to hold our government responsible.
But who's stopping you?
You say you don't have anything to do with it. Just stay out of what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
They know the aftermath of the war. And these people, Moses is quite correct. Billions of dollars, million, was invested in Part 1. The Keter always say Unity Party Part 1, which the current president was also part of that. Today, we can give an account as to how that process, where that process stopped, who were the beneficiaries of that process, how the integration, how the demobilizations, and all of that, whether people were even integrated, we don't know. And I think the international community, this is where the problem is, because like during the days, the number of days we had this Catherine Rehabilitation Center. We later on here we saw lawmakers and people who were seeking for legislative positions. We see them taking the lead. They were there fighting. They want to do this, and people. Sometimes you talk these things, and then people think you hate them, you are antagonistic to them. But these are things that were forecasted are going to be a problem, because you can't be a lawmaker, you can't be a government official and undertake these. It's a conflict of interest. The real donors, the real organizations, the institutions that are responsible for rehabilitation, they're not going to deal with you as an individual. Besides, you come here and taking bare box mattresses and carry them and put it in a building, and you think people just going to eat. They finish eating, they're auto A, their stomach full, and they go right back into it. Government should have been very, very strategic, and I said that here. If I were providing counsel to the people like you, Lucky, you're providing counsel, I would have told the president, divide our country into zones.
Who's providing counsel?
You interrupted me, my sir.
Okay, no, I just want you to be clear on that, because he says somebody providing. I don't know what he says.
The counsel you advise people. That's a counsel you're providing. They don't have to. If you're on salary, that I don't know about, but I mean you're doing a voluntary job. But what I'm saying is, the government should have divided our country into zones. All right, the country just how it look like, and it should have invested heavily into the reintegration process. We know here, we work in those places, you know it. The idea of just saying you're going to detox someone is just not something. You need a lot of things, the clinicians, the psychologists, the counselors, different things. But they wasn't doing it. because they were looking at the politics side of it, and people had a sort of narrow and short-sighted vision. Oh yeah, Ali, he's doing something. He's not doing anything. They could come here and love it. When they come here, they're supposed to make friends with people that are in authority, but they don't. They go to basement party, they take pictures and do all kinds of things, go to cook out, and nothing. When you come, whether it's a private, something as a government official, you need to make friends with city mayors, you need to governors, senator, influential people. That's how you get your country connected. But they don't even sit down with their own people. They just have few people whose voices they want to hear. They feel that those people are so much important. When you disagree with them, that problem. They either block you, they don't call you. So what we are saying when we come to this sort of conversation here, we must come with that sort of open mind. Let us not put our feelings into it because he or she is one of the person that will support it. And so when we talk about it, the person would not like or we will not be doing. No. You are helping them because we need to tell them that's their responsibility. They're not doing us a favor.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, James.
Thank you so much, and Mr. Soul, for I don't know, is in apparent reference to the recent visit of the deputy speaker. There was no time. I really wish that I was going to be having that time maybe for an interview or so. I mean, there was no time. And what I also gathered from, the KMTV, correspondent here in Figo, and was that something was arranged. It was not carried out. Yeah, so I don't know. So I understand where you're coming from and what you're saying. These engagement coming out, it's important to meet with city authorities. Make those engagements. Sometimes too, and it's important to look at maybe the purpose of the visit. What is it that the person is coming to do? And things. So, and trust me, in line with what you just said. I would have really wished that, something. And also, I squarely want to put it on the feet of the organizers of programs. If you are sending for a high profile, or you get a high profile politician visiting your area, I beg you, man, there are things that you need to do. You need to get the press involved. Yes, you need to get the press involved. I listened one point in time to former British Prime Minister Tony Blair when he visited and President Salif during the launch of the AGR. He said, oh yes, I have some very good friends at the BBC and will be able to flag it up from there. You see that? The man said, I have some very good friends at the BBC and will be able to flag it up. Look, you can't do the thing here alone. You need friends, you need that connection. And when someone in the media just speaks, it speaks volume. Let's look at the man of the voice of Alfonso on his platform. When Alfonso speaks, he speaks to a lot of people, thousands of people. When Samson told and Jim Takweden talk, they'll be talking to plenty of people. So when you just get one media person, to where you are, you'll be doing a lot. So if it was a mistake, let's try to recalibrate and do those things, that will be much more better so that this engagement can yield much more fruitful result. And just before I leave you and move on to the next person, and I feel a rhapsody of joy, call it an upbeat, that the CDC will be having a convention there where in Grand Gita. Oh man, I feel so happy for it.
Thank you.
That was not done years back because of bad and terrible roads. But thank God, at least they can be able to move there easily, and thing. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you.
You put it saying,
Walter Carter, let's hear from you.
The liberal, I would just like to change our topic a little bit that we on and just introduce something that I listened to at the Senate today, the House of Representatives. They were talking about the election law, some of the things they want to change. One of those were how candidates run on a certain party ticket, and when they get into the Senate, they they go straight to, say, for instance, people run on CDC ticket, and by the time they win election, when they get into parliament, then they switch to Liberty Party or Unity Party. So they were discussing that, and they were trying to see if they can, pass a bill or a law that once you vote on a party ticket, you stay on that party ticket. So the day you move and say you crossing over or you don't vote the way the parties want you to vote, they expel you. When they expel you that seat, it ain't going to another person. That seat is for that party. It's our democracy. Because you see people cross-carpeting and that envelope moving around because, the influence of the executive. People moving from corruption.
What is he talking?
There will not be corruption in the house. No, what you hear what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
You on a water?
Oh,
you want?
No. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, you get problem.
Okay. So what I was saying, the legislature.
All right. Thank you, Walter Carter. Thank you.
CDC phone battery die.
Let's go ahead, Terry. Then we're going to be closing. Terry, go ahead.
Yeah. So, my rebuttal to Mr. Sigby's position is that I did not say that all the whole entire investigation.
You rebutted to him now.
Yeah, it's a rebuttal versus a rebuttal. That all the whole investigation will end. If you go back and listen to the video, I did not say that. I said if the government has suspects, because Mr. So asked a question, can we put a timeline on this thing? I say yes. At least within 2 to 3 weeks, we should have the Liberian people should hear some good news on the investigation that at least we have gone. But I was not talking about the whole entire. I did make mention that I was not speaking about the deadline of the investigation. But specifically, I said because we already have suspects, we have people of interest, you need to come up with charges that will put these people behind bars or that will send the case to indictment, And all of that, I was looking at something here that the government have confirmed arrests of over 6 suspects in custody of the DEA. So what are we going to be doing with them? Are you going to wait for 8 months or 2 years while these people in custody? That what we do to the how you call it thing? That what we deal with the fire incident? That what Keto was saying last night? That you got those people in jail.
Oh, hold on, Terry. Let me take.
Yeah.
Rescue 3. Good evening. What's on your mind?
Hey, Mr. Phil, how you doing?
Fine.
You on that show today, today, man, you sound different to us.
Oh.
Because when you're in Zippo, we can know really that you're in Zippo, but I don't know why you're not in Zippo tonight, Mr. Phil. Yeah, because that sometimes when
it medicine man, yeah.
Be truthful to our country, we should be truthful to ourselves. We know sometimes when we support people, we support the government, but things are going on wrong. We should sometimes come out to see it. But what I'm concerned now is where the government is holding up and who leaking the information there audio to the press. They're gonna keep investigation. Because listen to the audio today that was played on Sponsor And all those that are being accused of this thing, listen to their voices today. And if the government is continuing for the press to be before they getting it, be ahead of them, and then they are coming out to get statement, I don't think they are doing well for the country. That issue is very key. The man that is suspended from Noka is one of the king, the two brothers. That the Peter King is suspended today, the president suspended today. But when my concern lies, why the investigators are telling the police director to recuse himself from the investigation? Why it linked to the drug issue? And I said it the very first time we discussed the drug issue on the show, I said that there will be key people that we're not expecting them, that will be disgraced. And the only way getting it that this thing will stop except with the Liberian, with the Nigerian stand up and put a party aside and stand up for the country. Because if we don't stand up for the country, few handful of people will use their media to enrich themselves while our children, while our country will be going down tomorrow. Listen to that little explanation. How can you have a company that everything you shipping out of the country to your warehouse? Why did they wait till they made out to pick up the identical goods? And they made today went to the police, invited him, and went down there and there's a lawyer said something and take it home. And the wound that this item was taken from, the wound today are not being barricaded by the Nigerian National Police. And then they want to walk going home to sleep in home. To me, it's hard for people that defending the government to be able to speak to them because it is shameful and it is disgraceful. Don't do the right thing, regardless of whosoever that close or whosoever support of us is getting doing it before coming to power. Don't do the right thing because if we don't do the right thing, the identical case will cripple the government. Don't be fair to say it. Why the U.S. ambassador and the Shashi affair from the U.S. ambassador, why they went to visit the vice president today?
We know.
There are key information coming up. We have friends in the government that we talk to. But people are trying to concede information. They are trying to, how other people, it is split. The level that their case have reached now, it is split. But don't be fair to our country when it comes on the Nigerian people issue. Don't discuss it, forget.
Are you saying the VP is a suspect?
And get that should have seen it. Because there is a bylaw convention in they want to bring women, they want to show that they on the drug issue. We are ahead of you people. We are not waiting. This is the first time the brown thing will happen in our country. You have mango here, they get it that way. But today we are sending out to our own government to tell them that you are doing the right thing. Thank you for the show.
Who do you say they were under suspicion? You said they said the police director Manam do what?
He will recuse himself from the investigation.
Who told you that?
Hey man, Mr. I will call you after the show. I'll talk to you.
All right. Okay. I like that.
The secret trial you want to be doing now?
Yeah. All right. Let's start. Oh, where's James? All right, James, you got 1 minute. Closing 1 minute, please. We got to get out of here. 1 minute each. 1 minute.
Yes, so for my own closing, I want to say that today, and President Barker received the National Health Insurance Bill, and it's intended to expand access to affordable health care in the country. And presenting the bill to President Barker, Dr. Louis Poto said it's going to help reduce burden on the ordinary people. And I love how the Liberian chief executive described it. He described it as a practical and a local solution to meeting healthcare delivery across the country. And this is exactly what we want. We want more wings. We want the government to do more for the people. And that's how, when the people go to election, they can be able to decide or make a choice of who they're going to put into power. Thank you so much. Thank you, for all that you continue to do.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, Terry. Walter, then the CEO can take us home.
Yeah, so the president did suspend NOCA board member pending ongoing drug investigation. So I think the president is taking this thing with not with a grain of salt. And I think one king, some kind of
Mhm.
king, I'm looking at it from here. He did suspend the guy, and we're hoping to see because I think it's alleged that this guy is a member of several other organizations in connection with this thing. So we're going to look at it to see. But again, like I'm saying, this investigation, the preliminary investigation, let me put it in that context before Mr. Moses be my head again. But the preliminary investigation should not take more than 3 to 4 weeks before an indictment is drawn. Why? Because the international partners already know what's happening. When these people, when you see them coming to visit you, that what he's talking about, the high delegation from the embassy going to visit the VP, that means they got intel. They got
Mhm.
intel. They're not just going to you because they like you, you are a good person, you are VP. The embassy, those people are all they are all officers. All those immigration people at the embassy, they are officers. And they are working at the border of entry. So they are under obligation to engage you and interrogate you on some issues if they happen to discover that there's a link. Remember what happened to Jovia when they called him here to come? So it is concerning. And the president should not take this like this because it could damage our image on the international scale. And Donald Trump is not playing with this thing. That's the reason why we are saying to our government that no matter who is in it, make sure you do the needful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. So, take us home, please.
See, jumping over me.
Oh, Walter Carter, go ahead.
Thank you very
Let
much.
me see you.
Probably
1 minute,
confused
one
to
minute,
me.
please.
Thank you very much. So you see, when people come here and put a spin on stuff to make it look ugly, you know, say nobody know what President Weah came and it was invited to the CIA office. Nobody know. Nobody know. It was not because of President Weah come to the CIA office that made him to lose election. Nothing. But Terry put a spin there. So if ambassador go and visit the president, vice president, what does it mean? Did we hear the conversation? Anything come from it? We should start speculating. The
The,
reality on the
the,
ground
terror,
is
the
the
terrorist said the president, we are visiting. The way the terrorist said that.
Terry mentioned that the ambassador visited the
Uh
the
huh.
vice president. He
Right.
mentioned you know you got selective
Yeah,
hearing
no, no,
now.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
No, if you got selective
No,
hearing, then
no.
tell
The
me.
visitor, vice president, and so.
No, he said the
Mm-hmm,
same way President Weah was asked to go to the CIA office.
mm-hmm.
So what he trying to insinuate here? And
Don't
I'm trying to tell
insinuate
you, don't draw
nothing.
a
Tell
conclusion
what he
because
say exactly. Don't try to
listen, yes,
don't put
but
bridge
that's
over the
exactly what I
over
just
the
said.
water that got
I'm
no bridge.
saying, yeah, I'm not on the witness stand, Mr.
Okay, go
Liberal,
ahead. Okay,
want
go
to
ahead.
be politician.
Okay,
Thank you
go
very
ahead.
much. Yes. So this is where we are, Liberal. We cannot be insinuating for things that we know nothing
You're
of.
not
We
one
don't
for
know what
power
President we
setting
are got
remedy.
because was never disclosed. We don't know why the vice president, the ambassador visited Parliament because we can assume I can assume that it was because of that. Nothing. All I know is drugs enter our country. There are some key factors or witnesses that are part of this thing that are in common, and so the president must act. And Terry said just now he got this news that the Noka, somebody from Noka, whatever, they were connected. But
Yeah.
we also get the news. We got news from day one that people close to the president, even relative of the president, are involved in this stuff. And this thing is something that is a whole
I thought you said I
syndicate
shouldn't speculate
between
again.
Yeah, but
between
let him
no, I'm
finish. We're
saying what we
go
know.
ahead.
I'm saying what the cause of I said what we know. We know it's a whole syndicate in the Mana River Union. And you know that people protecting certain people. You forgot that once upon a time there was a plane that came from Sierra Leone, flew under the radar, came to Liberia, and it went out of fuel.
But if it on the
It
radar,
came
how
to
you know?
Ah.
they because they said they went on a fuel, but they landed at Springfield Airport and they were arrested there. But later on, they let them go. We know how it worked. The
Okay.
people come and drop their stuff. and the people who's going to
Speculation.
pick it up and bring in the country. It's not speculation. We
Thank
see
you,
how they
Walter.
put traffic narcotics. We
Thank
see
you.
even yeah. Why you think Trump was bumping the people on the on sea?
Thank you,
Because why?
Walter Carter.
The
You
Thank
people
got
you.
more than
created.
2 minutes. You got more than
Walter
two
Carter,
minutes.
thank you very much. Let's go to CEO. CEO, 1 minute,
I
please.
know, James. You're not let to hear us expose
Walter Carter,
the
thank
evil
you.
that you people are bringing in our society.
You
So
see that now?
yeah. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
understand that. And
Thank
the
you.
labor, that's all right. The
So,
CEO will end my
so
statement.
Thank
we
you.
was invited to the
Guys, let's
CIA for
guys,
what?
I don't want to mute people.
This is a
CEO, please.
highly security
Gene,
agency.
I don't want to mute people. CEO, go ahead. Close it so we get out of here. We got to be out of here in 1 minute, please. You're done?
You ready for me?
Yeah, I said go ahead 1 minute.
Why got you so much sort of in the mood you're in today? Look, Jim, what I was saying, speaking directly to the deputy speaker, it was just a general, because I mean, there has been over and over and over. It was just a general statement. And for those of you that support these people who are strong fans of them, which is okay, but sometimes, just go beyond your own comfort zone. If I was supporting you, why should I even waste my time to be doing it? I will go somewhere, I will go to other rough terrain to be able to attract people to my side. But that's what they don't even do. The very CDC, their convention feeling now say, oh, it's saying the making. I met Prince Sherry in Baltimore. We talk. Who can I talk to? Who name? That's how Liberian politics, that's why it is, which is so bad. As long you get a strong voice or they feel you are not part of them, you will never be welcome. They will never incorporate you. And that's how the official how they conduct themselves. Only people who they identify to be one of their own, those are the people they come to. It's the same way with the media institution. When you invite them, even they say, and the answer yes, the next day, so, oh, that man, those people down there, they're not like, oh, they not do this, or they stay. But again, I mean, we will continue to have this conversation, whether if it's our political taste or not. We'll call people out, and the likes of the liberal and his ally on the network who are doing everything possible to liberalize this network, to get the taste of this network away from the mind, will not allow it to happen. So when you see a media practitioner personnel, you know that, Gene, become selective. Which conversation? This is a national issue, national crisis. And for the lead, one of the lead angles on this network, oh, you're talking about that thing and I want to be part of it. Then something not right. What I'm saying is some people microphone needs to go away from them comes 2029.
Thank you. Again, folks, I want to thank all of you that called in and writing tonight. This is a wonderful show. Don't come here tomorrow with no drug issue. My show tomorrow, you're coming in. If you don't want to come, if you think the drug issue is the only subject matter you know how to talk about,
Sly, Steven, the detector is ready now. He telling us what not to talk.
don't bother. I'm not discussing any more drug issue. The government was elected as the government of the people. They will
Wow.
decide what they want to be done. We the
The drug
people,
car around the president. So if you
we
want to
the
talk about it,
people, we the people gonna open our eyes.
But that why they invited we are to the CIA
We're
to
not.
warn him.
My people are big here. I don't want to mute you. That we will listen and make the determination as to who and what is happening. With that, we're not going to come here and I'm not an investigator. I've never been to any kind of investigation school before. All
Yeah.
I know is what the government is telling me. The only thing I say, and I say it today, and I will not say it again, the government need to stay ahead of this thing so that speculators and the opposition don't take the lead on it. Government
the
need to
government inside how they will stay ahead of a
the
labor.
government need to tell us what is happening so that when a speculator and the opposition comes and say, well, the government already told us this. You don't have to give us a detail. Just tell us where you are at any point. But if you let the speculators, if you let the opposition to take the lead on it and stop rumors all over the place, Liberians will tend to believe them more than they will try to believe you when you come back later. Because, for example, I said the opposition or the speculator, oh, they arrested Samson Toll last night. 2 days, even not even to the next day, Samson Toll was arrested, and it ain't come from the government. That is not good. That is not good. With that, I will say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful.
Quickly here, Levo, yeah. The most religious person on this network is Terry. Terry, you heard what your patron said. You not anything to say? You want
I
to
got nothing to do with
enlighten him with so that now we change so that
God finish blessing me with my show. God finish blessing me with my show.
Because now nothing to tell you know. Still looking for comeback message 2029. They can't get it.
Drug tomorrow,
But man,
It hard for them to get a message.
Unity Party per one, bro. $500 million drug in the country per one.
Okay.
They were four in the presidential convoy.
500,000 is different from 500
You're
million.
speculating
I
on
say
yes,
500
this
million
thing.
means that $500 million drug.
Uh-huh.
Per one.
Right, you see that. So you see, you're looking
And
for
you're talking
a
about
comeback message
marijuana.
for we are in
You're
the
not talking
CDC,
about
but you're not
narcotic
resonating
drugs.
with the Liberian people. That they think.
Two
The message.
arrested for that issue, and the one
Yeah,
Russian
All right.
and another guy.
Good night.
That's
Good
not
night,
true.
guys.
The
Get
message
your
not
facts right.
resonating with the Liberian
Good night,
people.
Liver.
So we
Good
are not
night.
coming
Good
back
night, guys.
anywhere.
James,
We
good
are not
night.
coming back.
Jerry,
Big guy.
good night, guys. Good night. I appreciate all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. We will say good night to all of you. We'll manage to go over 5 minutes tomorrow. In Jesus' name, we're not discussing any more drug issues. The government was elected by the people. They didn't come to the position through the back door. The people trusted them, and let's continue to trust them to do what is good. If we feel that they're not doing what they're supposed to do, we know where to go and have our own day in court election. We can't litigate this drug issue here on this show and what have you. Because this is a talk show. We are allowed to talk anything we want to talk about. But we have to give a limit. Because we can't allow people to, all of us here, to come out here and speculate on things that the government is investigating. It takes time. All I'm saying that the government need to tell the Liberian people that these things takes time. Because the people themselves would not want the government to trample on anybody's human rights or anybody's rights whatsoever. With that, it's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. We'll say good night to all of you. Let's continue to pray for one another. Let's do it again tomorrow. Samson Toll, Labrador Paredo. I want to thank all of you for the wonderful show we have again tonight. With that, I will say good night. But all of you that have been writing, thank you very much. My Collins, thank you very much. Clarence, of course, Stevie, thank you all. You, thank you very much. We appreciate all of you. Good night, folks. Toro na yo, toro na yo, toro na yo, toro na yo,